Okay guys, we are back and I wanted to show you something. I did some more work on the road, figured out where it was going to end up. So run back here real quick and then I'll explain what happened. Because yeah, cutting it straight through didn't work out so well, and I know some of you that are either watching these videos or will possibly watch in the future. So this is where it ended right here. Let's see, there's the last tile for the border. So this was the border tile. So I extended it out. Um, this is likely going to end up going all the way across and will be this tier, but I'm not 100% certain yet. I haven't figured that part out yet. One thing at a time. Okay, so for those that are watching the video now or that watch it in the future, you know, down the road sometime, if you're terraforming, you're digging into dirt. I'll see the grass is already starting to grow back. You're digging into dirt, trying to make a road, trying to make everything flat or whatever, and you're working on effectively mountainsides like I tend to do. Inevitably, you will run into rock. And that's what I did. Get down here. So I was terraforming this out, and this corner here hit a rock. Oh, let's equip this or activate the shovel so you can see. I am 8 slopes off from making this flat. That's flat, that's flat, that's flat. So this is the 2-lane that we were working on. So I had the bright idea to try to go around it. That one's flat. That one, not quite yet. I kind of stopped working on it. But I was working around. Oops. That one's flat. That one's not. Well, what happened? Well, this corner hit a rock. So I figured out, okay, let's go around it again. And this corner hit a rock. You can't make it flat if it keeps hitting rocks. So what do? Well, we had 2 options. We can either keep going off this way and keep it level this way, which would have would have served its purpose, but not really what I had intended. Option 2 was to go all the way up here and find... Sorry, I got a growly boy right now. He thinks his brother's going to take his piece of rawhide away. And his brother actually has no interest in it. So I came up here all the way back to the deed. And we'll actually come up here so it's a little easier to see. Come on, you can do it. There you go. And I found what looked to be the highest tile, which was, I believe, right here. Yeah, it's 3 slopes up, 1 slope up, 1 slope down. So right there, that corner right there, on this tile, well, not this one, the one down here, I started digging down because I all the way to rock, and that was 71 digs to get from this corner down to where it ultimately ended up. Hit a rock, came back this way. I didn't hit a rock because all I was focused on was making sure that this was flat. And then I stood there with this side all sloped up, that side all sloped up, just like this is here. And it forced me onto that border tile, or tile border, whatever. And as long as you're on a flat piece, you can make everything else flat, or attempt to. So I grabbed this tile border and attempted to make it flat. Lo and behold, it went flat. So I made this one flat, and while standing on this one, I made this one flat. That flattened this entire tile out, and I could stand anywhere in it and work the rest of it. So I started going back this way. That one ended up being flat, and the next one, and the next one, and the next one, all the way back. Well, as you can see, everything worked out, and I actually had the cart, it was on the grass here, but on this segment. So I was working back towards the cart, just leaving the piles everywhere, so that I could get on the cart and go and pick them up, and then just start filling the cart. Now I'm at a point where the cart is full, like completely full. All the crates are full, the cart itself is full, and I'm starting to leave piles of dirt behind. You don't have to stop digging when the cart gets full. So the tile that they're standing on is flat. If we open the cart up, see there's 40 dirt piles on the cart, along with each of these that are full, 150 dirt a piece. And you know they're full because each crate says, oh, excuse me, each crate says 3,020 kilos. So if I minimize this again, so 320 or 30, 20, 30, 20, 30, 20, all of them are full. So we know that it's completely full. Well, now I'm at a spot where this tile's already flat. There's nothing else up from where I'm at. Everything's aimed down. So logically, I should start digging this, right? No, we don't really want to do that just yet. We can, but it's just going to leave dirt piles everywhere. So instead, since this one is, this tile is flat, we'll make this tile flat. Then I can get rid of some of the dirt, since we're making a 2-lane anyway. And what I'm going to do from this point forward, instead of flattening from here, I'm going to bring everything down by a 10 pitch. So this one, I would have to dig 5 to bring it down to a 10 slope. And I'll make sure the next one is a 10 slope, the next one's a 10 slope, and we'll go all the way down to wherever we meet the road. The other option is to just run everything flat from here all the way over wherever it meets up. Downside to that is I'm trying to get dirt to fill in on the deed. So I kind of need the dirt. Well, in order to circumvent, did it go flat? It did not. Okay, so level it again. To circumvent wasting all my dirt this way, I don't mind having the road come down and then go flat and then come back up at a nice easy grade. Animals, I believe, can go up to 30 or 32, somewhere in there. And without your climb ability, climb skill, or without utilizing it, you can go up to 24. So 10's a pretty easy grade. All right, so that one's flat. We'll level this one. And this would be the next one here. You can see it's still going down. So we want it to be flat all the way across. Oops, I gotta back up. Some corners can't be modified. I wonder why. Because grape bushes have once again decided to invade on what I'm trying to do. And this guy, where are you at? I don't even see one. But it says there's one, so it's a little sproutling basically. Oh, and while I was digging, I found another treasure map and I found an emerald. Um, so we'll put those away. See, I didn't even get a swing on that. That's grass. See, all that's grass, but see, we're already moving up. So we don't really want to do that just yet. We just want the tiles to be flat. So this dirt can be flat. That dirt needs to be flat. Ah. Oh, silly me. Okay, so that one can go flat. This one still needs to be flat. And then it starts to go up. So we'll stop there because I believe our timer is up for the other thing. We'll see here in just a second. Okay, that's flat. And that has a 5 slope up. So yeah, we don't want to dig there just yet. We will, but we want to get rid of some of this dirt first because we got to clear all this out. And this is going to be a much shorter video because I have dog nails to trim and I have band practice tonight. So we're just going to park these guys right here, I guess, for now. If I can remember where the commands are. It has been a long day. Okay, so that's the area we were working on. Oh, no, I'm sorry. That's the area we were working on, which still needs to be filled in. This needs to be filled in. So I'm going to need a lot of dirt. But let's run over here. I'm low on water and food anyway. And you guys know what that means. And if you don't, if this is the first time you're watching, I'm sure that old Biddy can tell you what that means. We're going to go down here. We're going to drink from the fountain, and we're going to grab some pumpkins. Because she ribs me about my pumpkins. And, of course, I rib her as well. It's a friendly ribbing. She is such an amazing content creator. I love her heart. She really, really puts everything into her videos. Today's video, I have not watched. She's doing three different series right now. I watched the Wurm Unlimited video, and she's also doing a series on the Infected, and she's doing currently a series on Medieval Dynasty. She mentioned in today's video that she is finally going to order her new desktop, which means here in probably about a week, maybe a little less, she will be going offline for a short duration and being forced to basically start over because she has to reinstall her games and everything. And I feel really bad for her. I even tried finding a couple of videos that might help her out so that she didn't have to go through that. But I couldn't find anything specific to what she needed. So let's eat our pumpkins. So yeah, she's moving from a Windows 10 system to a Windows 11, and the laptop she's using is going to her husband, who she affectionately refers to as the old goat. Um, and if I don't know if she plays these to where he can listen or if he ever does listen, but shout out to the old goat. Um, she's mentioned that she's been with him for I forget now something like 50 years or something like that, so she can get away with calling him that. Um, but he is definitely a big part of her life, and I'm glad that she has him. If nothing else, to keep her on the go. And apparently that's exactly what he does. But I guess his computer went out, so she is. We're gonna put this one in there. Um, she is opting. Oh, and he told her to buy a new computer, so she was waiting until today to be able to order it. Honestly, I think she was just trying to delay as long as she could, but she did say in her Worm Unlimited video that she doesn't she doesn't just run out and buy stuff. She likes to you know conserve where she can, and I can't fault her for that. I do the same thing. But apparently, he told her to buy the computer, and that might just be so that he can have her old laptop, and she's giving it to him. So, um, congratulations, Biddy. Congratulations, old goat, on both of you basically getting a new computer. Okay, so I think our timer is up on the deed. So I believe Crafter's Corner is now completely done. We are going to go in here. We're going to open. Oh, we don't want to activate it. We want to open it. I do not see a deed or a settlement deed in the backpack, and that's where it would have been. So we need to go over, I think, this cart. And we are looking for, let's sort by name. It is not, because it would have said deed stake. So it might be in the other one. Oh, and just so that you guys are aware, oh, lag spike. This was the very first um, large cart that I made. I made this back in the newbie village and struggled through it. Um, so if we examine it, this is a quality level 8 cart. It's garbage, but it still works. You cannot hitch anything to it. You cannot. It will not let you. But I can drag it, and this is what I was using for the longest time, getting all of my stuff moved around and grabbing piles of logs and all that stuff. Um, she's a fun little cart, but eventually I'm going to end up destroying it, or I'll leave it sitting off property so it can rot or whatever. But right now it's got too much stuff on it, so I want to make sure I keep it handy for the moment. Let's actually move it over here by the tent so it's kind of out of the way, because where I had it sitting was just kind of in the way. Good enough. And we're going to stop dragging it, and we're going to go over here. There is a couple of other spots that deed stake could be. Unfortunately, right now, everything is chaos, primarily because I chose not to do anything until I got this place deeded. It's not in there. There's another one over here. Oh, it's not going to be in the storage bin. I thought there was another crate over there. Oh well. I don't believe it's in this one. Nope. And I know it's not in this one, but the other emerald and the black opal that were left on this property are in there. So I can put this one in, and we can go ahead and put the treasure map in. Why not? I don't like carrying those around on me. It's the second one I've found. It is, I think, the second emerald I've found as well. Is that a rock? What is that? A goblin skull. Where on earth did a goblin skull come from? That's just weird. So the other place it could be, and most likely spot still remaining, is this card over here that used to have 2 horses on it, but yeah, I oopsed. Where's my deed stake? How odd. Yeah, I oopsed and I left the cart down here on the dirt, and yeah, that wasn't a good thing because that horse had nothing to eat, and unfortunately he croaked off. There is another one over here, doggone it. I walked right past it. Let's see. Maybe it decayed. Okay, well, then we're gonna have to make one. Oh, there's a wolf corpse. I'm guessing the guards are kind of going a little haywire lately. Normally they don't attack unless you tell them to. For hostile creatures, they just let them roam. And there's no spirit templars on this property just yet, so that can't be it. I don't know. Okay, let's pull this up. So deed stake, carving knife and a shaft, or a crude knife and a shaft. I think I have shafts up here. Let's sort this as well, just in case. Nope, it's not in there. Okay. Yep, I have a shaft right here. So we're going to take this. And we need the carving knife, which is not going to be in a bulk storage bin. It will not let you put it in there. It'll flat out tell you that it will be destroyed. That's the larder, which obviously there's nothing in. And it won't do me a whole lot of good until I can get, or until it snows so that I can put snow in there. It's the closest thing we have to ice that I'm aware of anyway. Let's see. So we need, where's my carving knife? Guys, I'm sorry. I should have been a bit more prepared for this. But that's what happens when you're unorganized because you're refusing to do anything until you get things lined up. And as soon as I do, and start making buildings and so forth, then I'm going to be able to organize all of this. That's the crude stuff from a previous episode. Well, that means that doggone thing, that's a bookshelf. Jeez. That means it has to be. Oh, Maybe. There it is. That's what I was looking for. Okay, so we're going to bring the carving knife in, and we're going to bring the shaft in. We need the deed stake right there. We only need one. We got a 96% chance, so there's no point in increasing the action timers. There we go. We've already succeeded. So we can close this. We can close this. And I'm thinking, come out. We'll go up here to the mine entrance. Seems like a good spot to start. Oh, I'm gonna need the money on me. Okay, does anyone remember where I put the money? Oh yeah, I have the money on me. Never mind. I have the money right here. Eh, so we don't need to worry about that. All right. So it sounds, oops, not this one. It sounds a bit silly, I guess. But, where's my mine? Oh, the mine entrance collapsed. That's okay. It does sound a bit silly, but that guard tower is going to get destroyed if I can destroy it. I don't want that tower there to start with. If I'm going to have a guard tower on the property, it's definitely going to be someplace else. But it will not let me destroy it as long as it's on undeeded property. So what we need to do, first of all, we need to, oops, is this level? It is not. Why is this not level? Oh, it might be. Shovel. This is level. Okay, so we're going to go this way. We're going to level that. This whole thing is going to be this, at the level I'm standing. We're not there yet, so I need to level this one, and I need to level this one, because I'm going to put it over here. No, actually, I got to go diagonal, because this one will still be angled, because it will be stone or rock as well, I'm guessing. So I want to thank you guys for sitting through all this nonsense and watching these videos. Anyone that is interested in the game and is willing to sit through and watch videos about what the game is like, or um, you know what they're in store for, definitely has my support. If you decide that you want to play this game, feel free to look me up on the Mythmore Prime server on Wurm Unlimited. Leave me a comment down below. Shoot over to Old Biddy Gaming's channel. Leave her a comment. Um, tell her what a good job she's doing. She loves to hear the support. I mean, you guys really do make her day when she gets good comments and thumbs ups, and I mean, she enjoys putting out content just because she likes playing the game. She's not looking for monetary gain from YouTube, and neither am I. We just want to be able to uh, give you guys a full experience of what you're in store for if you decide that this is a game for you. Um, there are other content creators out there that put out videos. I was watching one earlier from a guy, um, Coffee Cake, uh, Kaufe, I believe. Um, and Crafty Joe's still putting out videos, and um, um, Playtime with Sorrow is putting out videos. I hit a rock in the corner, so that one's not going to go flat. Let's see. I mean, there are a few. Oh, that one's a rock in the corner as well. Okay, well, it's just going to have to be funky. So we're going to stand here, and we're going to use the deed stake. Settlement found. But anyway, before we get into this, um, I wanted to give a shout out to everyone that's watching these videos, that's playing this game. If you're new to the game, jump on a server. If you're having a hard time, if you have questions or whatever, the Wurm community, my hat's off to the Wurm community. Doesn't matter if it's Wurm Online, Wurm Unlimited. Um, every member of the community that I've found so far, for the most part, there's always a few in every crop, but for the most part, they're more than willing to help people out, especially new players. Um, if you decided for whatever reason that you were going to put all your stuff into a chest somewhere and then you lost the chest or whatever, you dropped it on the ground to create one of those little boxes so that you knew where it was at and lost track of it, and now you have nothing. Um, go into the help channel. Go into the local the global channel. Um, ask somebody for some help. Let them know what happened. Most of them will be more than willing to help you get back on your feet or give you some starter gear or whatever. When you've been in this game as long as some of these people have, you have way more than you'll ever need, and you've got more than enough to be able to share with other people. Um, a lot of these folks just play the game to play the game. They enjoy the crafting. They enjoy the solitude they get from a game like this. Um, they enjoy the game as a whole, and they've spent years developing their characters, developing their deeds. I mean, I could probably take you around here and show you some of the more impressive deeds on this server. And there are some really, really impressive ones. I could show you over on the Xanadu server over on Wurm Online, where I'm running a Iron Man saga. Um, there are some really impressive uh, buildings and deeds set up over on that one. But so these people definitely have enough to be able to hand you a few things, no questions asked. Hey, here's a shovel. Here's a carving knife. Here's a pickaxe, um, just to get you started again. Hey, here's some decent armor to get you started. Um, oh, by the way, there's a piece of unclaimed property over here that you could get started on, right near my place or whatever. Then if you have any uh, further issues or whatever, I'm only a few kilometers away. You never know. But anyway, let's get into this settlement application. It's pretty straightforward. You can read through it if you want. I think I've probably left it up on the screen long enough for most of you to read through. But basically, it's just saying, hey, this is effectively the way that you start a deed. You click on the start deed, and it wants to know how much space are you looking for? Now on this server, one tile costs 1 copper initially, and then every month the upkeep for that tile is 20 iron. It's 100 iron per copper, 100 copper per silver, 100 silver per gold. So to support this particular server, I went onto the official website and I bought 1 gold just so I had coin, but they have other means. In fact, the guy that houses the server, the owner, suggested not to do that. He doesn't want your money. He would rather you go out and you fight the creatures, up in the PvP area because they give more money. Or, go dig for it, go pray for it. There are multiple ways that you can get coin in on this server. You don't have to spend money. But I chose to do it anyway, just so I could get a good start. So we're looking at currently 5 by 5 by 5 by 5. Let me show you what that looks like. If you click on survey area and then you minimize this so that you can see that deed border, and there'll be another one over here in each of the directions. Okay, there's the corner, and then it runs which direction am I facing? West from here, and it'll go 5 west. Well, if we look, let's see, there's the first one. So if we look west, right there's the border. Well, I obviously don't want that as my border. And then, see right here, there's the northern border. We've got way more land going quite a bit further. So we definitely need to increase this. So we go back. Now to the west, I think it's probably 7 tiles over. And you can literally do this one at a time. And we minimize this so we can see. Nope, we got to go a little bit further. So it's probably, oops, let's get a little closer. And you can do it from anywhere within the area because that's where we started. And that's where it's calculating from. That's where the settlement token is going to be because that's where we started the application. Okay, so we can go over here. This is the tile it's saying is 7 away. So there's 8, there's 9, there's 10. So we want 10 away. So if we bring this back down, we back up 1, we go 10, and survey again. Now it's on the right square that we want it on. Okay? Do the same thing to the east, same thing to the south, and same thing to the north. So we're gonna back up, but we're just gonna minimize for the moment. Oh no, if we back up, then it goes away. My apologies. So your compass will tell you which way you're facing. That's north. That is south. So we want to make sure that our south goes all the way out to this tile. I extended it out just a little bit. As you can see, I've got a row going here, and then there's a second one here. This is eventually going to be the boat launch. And at the end of my property, this will taper down to where it's just barely above the water. 2 lanes wide, so that we can run it on the outstretch here. So essentially, we're going to make another road going back to that guy's boats, but not right now. Okay, so we know, let's survey again. That's not what we wanted. Okay, if we go down here, and to the south, we're at 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's 10 just to that box. So that there's 10. 11, 12, there's 13. So we may as well make it an even 15, right? And that'll put it out in the water, but that's okay. Let's go back. We have 10, and to the south, we're going to go 15. We're going to survey. This is how you dial your property in for the exact space that you want. We're not going to be able to see it because it's, oh, I guess we can. So there's the corner right there. So if we come back, oh, let's go over one more. And if we come back, quit being silly. So there's the deed, or the deed border. So we've got that one, this one, and obviously the one we're standing on. So we've got 2 more squares that we can go out. That would be the end of the deed this way. Now let's work on the east, and then we'll work on the north. So this is our east. So we definitely want to go further over, but let's go up here on the hillside because it'll be easier to count if we're on a better spot. And we already know there's one right here. Okay, so we're at 5. Remember, that's the default. Okay, we'll get on the back side. So there's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There's 12 just to the end of where we've worked. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Let's open this back up. And this is going to be a little expensive, but that's okay. Back up. So to the east, we're going to go 20. And survey again. And that puts that deed token, or deed marker, the deed border marker, right at the edge where we want it. Okay, now we got to work the north. So let's get up here. Hang on just a second. Okay. You know how they say that dogs don't like postal drivers? Well, mine don't either. Okay, so let's go. We already know this is going to be quite a few more. So let's go ahead and start off by putting in 20. That'll put us closer. And we'll survey it at that point. Because that'll be easier. That actually looks pretty doggone close. So we'll go up here to the top tier. And no, I didn't actually calculate anything out prior. Oh, we're going to have to go up here. Just, will you get up there, you silly goose? There we go. So what we want to do is make sure that the tiles that we've already worked are included. Okay, that's actually one too many. So we don't want it to include these wall tiles. I mean, I suppose it wouldn't hurt. Yeah, let's include them. Okay, so that is going to be the new deed. So it goes all the way over. Let's come over this way. Give you a better shot at it. Okay, so there's the border. And then it runs down the side, right at the edge of the grass line, all the way down to the water, and actually a couple of tiles into the water. I don't know what that is. Looks like that's probably just a graphics. Oh, nope, that's one of the guards swimming out in the ocean. But that will be the deed. So now that we've confirmed that that's where how much we want, purchase price for these tiles 11 silver, 16 copper. Monthly upkeep 2 silver, 23 copper, 20 iron. Sure. Okay, and we want perimeter size. We get 5 free tiles, and we can add more if we want. That's going to cost more. Minimum perimeter size is 5, which comes to no cost. You may pay to extend this if you wish. The current cost is 50 iron per tile, and the upkeep is 5 iron per tile. So to give you an example, with the perimeter size that I currently have, remember it's 11 silver, 16 copper to deed. If we go 1 and survey, it didn't. Okay, it's not gonna tell me right now, but yeah. So we're currently looking at 50 iron. So 2 tiles would cost me 1 copper, and we've got 31 tiles one direction, 36 another direction, and you have to double that plus 1, because it would be 1 more tile beyond for each way. So it's 32 plus 32 and 37 plus 37. So you're looking at, probably another 2 silver just for 1 additional tile. That's not worth it to me. So we're going to put that back at 0. And we're going to survey. Okay. Stage 3, naming your deed. So we need a name. We don't necessarily need a motto. I've ran across countless settlements that didn't have a motto, and the only way you're ever going to see the motto is if you're part of that settlement. You can go and inspect somebody's settlement token. I think you can read their motto there as well, but we don't want to make this a democracy, because at that point, any citizen of that settlement, of that deed, can basically vote you out of being mayor. Most settlements are not democracy. By default, Wurm settlements are autocracies. Autocracies, sorry. Meaning there's one person that's the mayor, and they're always the mayor. In the democracy, you cannot revoke the citizenship of a citizen. And this explains here, you can enter the name motto of your deed as well as mark this as a democracy. The citizens of a settlement are allowed to vote for a new mayor up to once every week. The challenger requires 51% of the vote to succeed if it is a democracy. Otherwise, it is not possible to change mayor. So if somebody else comes in and they receive 51% of the, let's say you allow two people to come and be deed mates, and one of them decides, you know what, I don't like how this person's doing their stuff. Tell you what, if you vote for me, then I can be mayor and we can set this up however we want. Um, well, being part of a deed kind of gives you free access to do a lot of stuff anyway. But that would mean that they'd have 66% of the vote and you are no longer mayor. So, um, on my original server, on my personal private server, um, the starting town that I developed, I called Walker's Cove. So I think that's what we're going to call this one, mainly because it is on the water. And because I kind of like the name. We're not going to worry about a motto right now. We're going to save this name. Okay. And this tells me the purchase price for these tiles and the monthly upkeep for these tiles, the selected perimeter for of 5 free tiles. Now we can come down here. It says for Walker's Cove, you may hire up to 22 guards. We don't need that many. The only guard type is heavy guards. Cost for hiring them is 2 silver, and running upkeep is 1 silver per month. That can get very, very expensive. So we need to make sure if we're going to hire guards that we can pay the upkeep for them. Otherwise, they just disappear. So right now, we're going to set it to 0. We can hire guards later. We have tower guards at the moment that'll fill in a pinch for now. So 14 silver and 16 copper be taken from your bank account. Obviously, it can't be taken from my bank account because I don't have a bank account. So it's going to actually be taken off my person. But this is just kind of an overview. Make sure that everything is the way you want it. Yeah, after it's the settlement is set up, after the deed has been agreed upon, then you can go in and change settings and all that stuff. So we're going to go ahead and found the settlement. Really? Well, that's just... hang on. Bank balance. I have 12 silver, 94 copper in my bank. How do I have 12 silver in my bank but not... Okay, so I'm going to have to figure out how to put more money in the bank using the coin I currently have on my person, and we will get this founded before the next episode. But that is effectively what I wanted to show you. In fact, I'm probably going to figure out how to do it now, and then we'll get back to it. But it's already getting dark, and yeah, I don't want... we're nearly an hour into this already. I don't want Biddy staying up past her bedtime. She she mentioned that in a couple of videos now. She'll check before bed to see if there's any new videos, and she's decided that now she's going to have to check in the morning because I keep putting her past her bedtime, um, which is fine by me. I mean, you want to watch my videos all night long? Have at it. I can put out plenty. Um, oh, before we go, final note. Um, since um, since Old Bitty Gaming will be down for a short while, I told her that I'd be happy to pick up the slack, and there's not really much slack to pick up. Not because she doesn't put out anything, but because we're both doing the same thing. Um, so my videos are not going to be her videos. Her videos are not my videos. We don't work together. We're mutual content creators playing the same game and enjoying each other's videos. But I will continue to support her channel. I will continue to promote her channel, as I'm sure she feels the same way. But we've never once asked each other to do anything like that. It just felt right. She's got a lot of good content, and I want to encourage you all to go over, check her out, check out her videos, see what kind of content she's putting out, watch the videos that she's got going, and then when she comes back, go check her out some more. I'm sure she's going to end up starting over. And there was a little bit of talk earlier about her basically needing to start Wurm Unlimited all over again, new deed, new everything. And I think she said this time around she's not going to use a GM character in any way. Everything's going to be done by her and her alts. But now that she's figured out how she wants her skill gains and action timers and all that stuff set up, I think she'll probably have that already set in advance, so she can gain her skills as at the rate that she wants to, and be very happy with the way that she's playing and the skills that she's gaining and how fast they're going along. I know she's already happy with it now, so check out the link in the description or follow the link in the end card, which will be the last 30 seconds of this video. Also, go check out Crafty Joe. Go check out Qzar, Soren Mark, Playtime with Sorrow was another one. I've watched a few of his videos, and he tends to do a lot of live stream. But he's got some pretty interesting stuff going on. And then the most recent one was that I watched today. I just found him today, and I'm probably going to watch quite a bit more of his stuff. But he is a current content creator as well, and that is Coffee Cake, KAWFE, I believe. But I'm sure if you just search for Wurm Online or Wurm Unlimited and filter by what's come out in this last month, you'll be able to find him as well. So without further ado, I thank you for watching. I hope you're enjoying these videos. If you are, feel free to hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more. There are other links down in the description if you want to follow those. I know some of them may be broken. If they are, please report them to me so I can get them fixed. I have not spent a whole lot of time on my links lately, and I really need to get to that. There's other videos that my son has put out, other videos that I've put out over the last couple of years. Feel free to check those out. And that's going to be it for today's video. So again, thanks for watching. Thanks for supporting. Thanks to the Wurm community for being terrific people. And yeah, we'll see you in the next one.